So I'm sorting out the issue. Let me open Eclipse also. Yeah, this has been opened, and as we all know that we need to have spec.js and config file in order to execute the script. So that is the reason I'm going to have one example and one configuration file where I need to execute, which I need to execute it through command prompt and through Eclipse, but I'm able to execute it successfully through command prompt. So let us see how it is going to be. So before going to execute, we need to be ready with WebDriver manager. So that is the reason I'm going to start Selenium WebDriver first. WebDriver hyphen manager space start. It is going to start the WebDriver, and then once I started the WebDriver, I'm going to open command prompt one more time, and just this is a sample file what we have, and here I am going to give the path of this particular folder where I have been saved the config file and spec file. Now I am going to execute protractor space conf.js. So it is going to launch the browser. It is going to open this AngularJS application, and it is going to reload it one more time because there are three scenarios over in the same file. So if you observe this one automatically, yeah, it is executing something. So if you observe the status of this particular execution, you are going to see there are three specifications in the same file with 0 folders. It took 16.656 seconds, and 0 instances has been opened now. So Chrome one case has been passed in Chrome. That is what it is displaying the status. But the same configuration I am trying to sort it out through Eclipse. But the same issue I am repeatedly I am getting the same issue where E drive testing path is not has been declared. But I verified about that path, and regarding that I have performed some R&D. I came to know that there are some lot of version compatibility issues between the internal drivers of Protractor and the npm what we have installed in our system, and one more thing, Eclipse also. So I am trying to sort it out to match the version what needs to be installed in our system in order to execute the script. So for that purpose I have created this ang test project. To this project I have been added node modules, and to this node modules, after this node modules I have added configuration and specification file. See, everything is perfect here. The same file I have been placed here, and I am trying to execute the same thing. Right click here, run run configuration. This is the running protractor have been used. Here I am getting cannot find the module e testing. So here the problem is the protractor what I have installed in our system and the npm what we have installed in our system, the drivers compatibility is not matched with the Eclipse version what we are being used. So that is the reason it is throwing me an error stating that some module has not been declared. So I'll check it and I'll let you know about the version compatibility. So I'll send out an email with all the version, like what is the Eclipse that we need to download, and what is the version that we need, Eclipse version that we need to download, what is the Protractor and Node version that we need to have, and what is the version compatibility related to these two things. But I hope you understood my point, and you understood my problem even. So that is the reason I am still trying to sort it out, this problem. So sorry for that inconvenience. If you have any questions over this, the script wise format, everything is same. There are no changes in the script what we have been discussed yesterday, like exports.config, direct connect, selenium address, everything is the same what we are going to use. But the simple and minimum thing we need to consider over there is the version compatibility. That is the main problem that we are facing now. I'll sort it out, that issue, and I'll get back to you about that problem. So apart from this, do you have any questions over there in the script designing part and all? So anyhow, this is having multiple scenarios, right? Let us discuss about this one also, because yesterday we discussed only single scenario in one specification file, but in this particular script we have multiple scenarios in a single specification file. Okay, yeah. So as per our specification file, generally we used to have this describe how to configure Selenium in Eclipse. How to configure Selenium. Okay, so to configure Selenium, we need to have Selenium WebDriver in our system. We need to have Selenium related Java files in our system. We need to have browser related. Is it any separate configuration for Protractor? Yes. Selenium configuration is different. Protractor configuration is different. For Selenium configuration, directly we used to create Java project. For Protractor configuration, we need to create JavaScript project. Both are somehow different here. So that is the reason. By default, all the libraries will not be configured in Protractor. In Selenium WebDriver, we used to configure Selenium standalone server and Selenium Java libraries to the project what we have been created. But in Protractor, we are not configuring those type of libraries. Why? Because we are copying Node modules folder directly to the project. Everything will be included in this Node modules package. So that is the reason we are not configuring it separately. So that part is somehow different and this part is somehow different. But when you install Protractor, when you install Node.js in your system, automatically npm installer will get installed. Along with that, WebDriver manager will be installed to your system. That is a separate thing. But here, when you are asking question about Selenium WebDriver, the answer is we can configure Selenium WebDriver separately, but not as the same process of Protractor what we have been done here. Yep. Here, coming to the script again, coming to the specification file again, here just we have been opened, we have created one function here, and in that function we pass the URL by using browser.get URL, and in that URL we used to have the field called year name. In that we are passing some data to that particular field. Once we pass the data, we are trying to find out, let's say for example I have a screen where if I log into the application, automatically it will display hello Shiva. Hello means the default predefined keyword what it is having. Like that, it is displaying the greeting text hello Julie. So whatever the mention, whatever the name that I have been mentioned here, automatically it is going to populate. I am going to verify whether this particular text is displaying or not. Once this has been done, I am using before each annotation what we have been discussed earlier. So what is this before each annotation? Before executing this one, automatically before each will get executed. After each means main method. So usually we have, I hope you know about the concept of annotations in Selenium WebDriver. At the rate before test, at the rate test, at the rate after test is nothing but Before executing this @test, first it will execute before test. Once after executing @test, it will execute after test. How it is going to perform like that only? The performance is because of Selenium WebDriver TestNG libraries execution part. How it is going to be? Once you design the script with these three annotations, if you click on execute button, initially Java compiler will try to search whether our program is having @test annotation or not. If @test annotation is there in our program, then it will try to find out whether our system is having @before test is there or not. If @before test is there, first it will give priority for this before test, it will execute this action, and then it will move to the @test annotation. Once this has been executed, after that it will go to after test annotation. The same process will be happened here also. Before each, normal program, after each. Before each means before executing normal action, it is going to execute before action. It is going to open the URL, it is going to open to-do list, what we need to do here, and whatever the action that we need to perform, it is going to sort it out in this before each action. Once this has been executed, everything will get executed continuously. So expect to-do list 2 times it has to execute. Page load has to perform for 2 times. Everything will be mentioned as per the functionality what we have. Here we need to discuss about expect. What is meant by expect? That we will discuss it in today's session. What is meant by expect? How, why we need to use this expect? As a keyword, we are using browser.get, we are using some element, we are using some variable, some variable name like that. But what is this expect? The expect in Selenium Protractor is very important, which is nothing but assertion. Expect is nothing but assertion. Assertion is nothing but condition. Assertion is nothing but condition. Basically, why we need to use expect? Why we need to use expect? Do you know the concept of assertion? I hope everyone knows about the concept of assertion. What is the purpose of using assertion there? So let me explain you. So as we need to have some application, I'm going to take some. Yes, exactly. AngularJS code. So just for our reference, I'm going to open this one. Oh, it's not the one. Yeah. Here some sample code is there. This is AngularJS code. Let's think that this is an AngularJS code. Here something, when I execute some code, yeah. If you observe this one, I'm going to change this one, and I'm going to rerun this one. Automatically the text has been updated. If you observe this one, once I updated the text here, once I click on execute run button, automatically the text has been updated here. My expectation would be, once I update the code, automatically particular script has to be executed with the updated code itself. The exact meaning of assertion, the exact meaning of expect is, what is your expectation if you want to compare your expected value with the actual thing happened in the application. This is what the expected means. Basically, assertion will be used to compare as a comparison operator between two variables or two elements or two text or whatever it might be. The same kind of condition will be followed by expect also. In that case, we are going to use the keyword expect here. Why we are using the term are we comparing anything means, here we are expecting something, that the values in the list should equal to three values, starts from 0 1 2 3, means four values will be there in that particular screen. That is my expectation here. So once I did with that expectation, I am going to have the comparison with the third value. What is the third value in that list means, write a protractor test. This is the third value in that screen. So that is the reason I am comparing the third value, sorry, I am comparing the second value with this text. If both are equal, script will get executed. If both are not equal, script will not get executed. So that is the main portion of expect. That is the main thing of expect condition. Yes.